are live. All right, guys. My name is Magic Mike here with the Crypto Playground, and today we have a guest who's aiding us in the crypto adoption by obfuscating payments. Out to the retailers, and they don't even know what's going on. So I'm interested in having a great conversation here with Pedro. He's coming to us from Texas, originally from Spain. And Pedro, thank you for joining us here on the Crypto Playground, where we aim to educate people all over the world on things crypto related. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in the crypto space.
So I got involved in the crypto space because I started to look around at the economy today, and I'm concerned because I've seen for years how we're just getting into more debt and debt. I mean, I'm talking as as countries, and we live in a debt system, and that really concerns me. And at some point, I was wondering, is there a way that I can take care of my own finances without relying on money that's dependent on debt and all of these things. So I found crypto and I got really interested on it. And before I invested on it, I've done a bunch of research. And I came across a currency called Dash. It's not very famous. It's old,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not very famous. But it's I mean, now you see mainstream, you see a lot of stuff about smart contracts and all that stuff. But I'm really interested in the currency aspect of it. Not as much on the smart contracts and all that stuff, although that's really interesting and you can have, real world applications. I was really looking for something that I could use. And Dash was a cryptocurrency that was as Bitcoin, it's fork of Bitcoin essentially. So it was, it's got a fixed supply like Bitcoin. Right now there is 10 million. It can go up to, I think it's between 17 and 18 or 18 and 19 million coins, something like that. But the main point is I talked with a lot of people involved in the project, and they were trying to make a currency that the transfer speed was below 2 seconds, while still a proof of work with all the security that it brings into the table. And they were trying to make it so transactions will be super cheap, and it'll also be able to scale, over 10 times the Visa level of transactions and stuff like that. So people could use it. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, and they recently released something called Dash Direct, which is what I was using to pay, where you can go to 155,000 stores or locations in the US, and it's soon coming to Europe, I think. And you can just spend your crypto there. But not just spend it, you can save money. And the reason it works, you don't directly spend the crypto with the American. You don't go to the store. For example, in here, I like a hardware store called Lowe's, for example. And it's a chain that everyone knows in the US. So I like to go to Lowe's and be able to buy stuff with my crypto there, but I don't have to go through the hassle of, although one day will be amazing, but I don't have to go through the hassle of, explaining the cashier that never heard about crypto, I'm going to pay you with crypto, even though that might be enabled by the merchant or something. So with Dash Direct, you're able to, because Dash is instant, like transaction in Dash takes below 2 seconds. I can go there, the cashier will tell me exactly the amount of money that I need to pay, let's say $17.31. And then I can go to Dash Direct and put $17.31, and I get a percentage discount, so I pay maybe $16.50. And instantly, I pay that with Dash, and I get a gift card that they just scan with a barcode, boom, and it's paid, and I'm out.
Pedro, do you have that video of you walking through the store making that payment? Do you have that video?
Yeah, I do.
I want to share that so we can see it, because when I was watching the video, I was just like, man, I said that is crazy. We talk about crypto adoption, and that lady had no idea what was going on. I saw you looking at your phone, and you were getting a gift card, real time on your phone, and you just gave her a barcode. She was confused initially, but she scanned it. It worked, and you were out of there. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was, and the whole process was like a minute process, and this was, my first time using it when I recorded it. And I wanted to record my first time. It's on Reddit. I wanted to record my first time, and I wanted to do it raw, so people will be able to see how the first time looks like. I had no idea how the system works. But all you have to do is you literally open the app, you select your merchant. I mean, you can filter. You type the name of the store. Then it explains you this is the percentage that we will discount you. And sometimes it's 2%. Most of the time it's between 4 and 7%. There's some that are higher, some that are lower. But most of the, like, if you go to AMC theaters, which now with the whole GMC and Wall Street bets and Reddit
Yep.
and all that stuff, they even have discounts as well on GameStop and stuff
Oh,
like
no.
that. It's amazing. So you can even buy video games with it. But if you go to the cinema, you will get to watch a movie 6% discount.
Oh, nice.
And all you have to do is, yeah, you open the app, select the market, then select the amount that you have to pay, and you can specify to the cent, and then it'll generate a gift card for that amount instantly in the moment, and it'll take the money from your phone wallet, your crypto phone wallet, automatically. I mean, you'll have to hit and a confirmation, but because it takes 2 seconds, in literally 4 seconds, you have your gift card ready. They just have to scan it as a regular gift card, as if I bought your gift card for your birthday or something like that. And then it's done. And I paid with crypto, so I had crypto on my phone wallet, and I walk out of the store with goods.
Yeah,
Which,
absolutely.
for me, it's like amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, like that's one of the things I got in crypto probably in 2017, and I remember the barrier for entry for me was the complexity. And my brother was telling me, hey, you got to get inside this Bitcoin. I heard about Bitcoin, but I was a little bit hesitant because I knew I had to do KYC, I had to get a wallet, I knew about these
Yeah.
addresses, and you had to transfer things back and forth. I was on Binance and then to a wallet, and all the security considerations, and it was just so complex. And I was wondering, like, what does the future for cryptocurrency look like? And when I saw, what you were doing, I saw the how all the complexity was obfuscated to the retailer that was accepting it. All she had to do was just scan that barcode. She didn't have to worry about no addresses or how does everything work in the background and blockchain technology. All she knew was that there was a payment method, it was accepted, and your stuff was released, which is definitely, what I'm excited for in the crypto space is that the people who are shying away because they don't barely know how to use a smartphone, could potentially, get inside this game and start utilizing cryptocurrencies without having to understand the complexity of it.
Yeah, I think ease of use is like one of the biggest barriers in crypto adoption. I mean, if not the biggest, because a lot of times, my 50-year-old mom is not gonna be, you know, making an account in Binance and then going through all of these security, setting up a double factor authentication and all that stuff. She barely knows how to use WhatsApp. I mean, we need to make a way so these people can use crypto. People like my mom, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I live in the U.S. My mom is back in Spain, and I like about crypto. For example, if I was going to send my mom money through a bank, I have to pay. Here I work and I get U.S. dollars. In Spain, she uses euros. So I have to go through an international bank, do an international transfer. They charge me a fee for the international transfer. It takes several days, for example. Um, and I have to pay a fee not just for the international transfer, but also for the currency, for them to convert the currency. And it ends up being some money. And if I send her money consistently on a consistent basis, which now I don't have to help her, but in the future I might, I don't know. But I will have to pay a lot of money to do that. But with crypto, for example, with Dash, which is my favorite coin, the one I use to pay in the store, with Dash, I can just say, hey, mom, while I'm on a video call, I'm going to send you money. I have her address, her cryptocurrency address. Boom, I just send her money. And now she can go and spend it at the store. She can buy groceries, she can buy certain things that helps her. And I don't have to go through all the hassle of the international bank, and I don't have to ask for anyone's permission to send my mom's money
Absolutely.
and pay them for it. And she gets there instantly, and the moment she needs it, I can send it to her, and she can spend it right away. In my mind, that is amazing. So, and the reason I like Dash, and I want to explain a little bit to you about how it works because it's not known by a lot of people, but it combines proof of work, which is how Bitcoin works with miners, with the blockchain, with a second layer called, which is proof of service. This is a layer with servers called masternodes. Masternodes are people that own a certain amount of the currency, and then when you own a certain amount of the currency, you work as a server yourself to confirm transactions. So it's like there is two layers. So when you send a transaction, all of the master nodes agree that you have that money by checking on the blockchain, and they allocate the money to the other one. And then the master nodes tell the miners, include this in the next block. So the money, because of the master nodes takes about 2 seconds to confirm a transaction. And money is instantly respendable because all of the master nodes know that that transaction was done. So that kind of like versus Bitcoin Cash, for example, which I like Bitcoin Cash a lot as well, would be the other big alternative for payment. The problem with Bitcoin Cash is it takes time. I cannot walk to a grocery store and buy with Bitcoin Cash and wait 2 minutes for confirmation to be there.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, that is, and I can be lucky and the next block goes right away and it's almost instant, or I can not be lucky and then, I have to wait 8 minutes for the confirmation, which sometimes happens with Bitcoin Cash. So I'm very excited about, and at the end, I am all for, I want all the currencies to work and to compete against each other, including with fiat, to see which one can serve the people better and bring more freedom and ease of use, usability. And then I want the best one to succeed.
Absolutely.
And so that's my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because there's, I think last time I looked, there was over 9,000 different crypto projects, and a lot of them are doing similar things. And like you said, at the end of the day, everything's not going to make it to the end point. So it's like, you have XRP, you have Bitcoin Cash, you have Dash. And then I even was reading up on this other project that is looking to take these payment systems and act as, essentially collateral, so that way they can put the speed on top of slow transactions like Bitcoin and say, hey, don't worry about it. We'll handle the transactions and we'll settle the Bitcoin 30-minute time frame on the back end. But there's so many different things that are trying to solve some of the same issues. So where do you see, as far as do you think there's going to be like one currency that becomes the daily spending currency, or you think there's going to be multiple in the future?
So with adoption, I obviously nobody knows the future, right? But I think I'm putting my bet. I'm looking at the world, and I'm concerned because as technology progresses, it can be used by bad governments, and I'm not talking bad governments about here in America or whatever government in Europe right now. I'm talking about a future Hitler, okay? A future Hitler could get our technology and our big data and basically make a list of people that the government does not like, okay? And then they could very easily censor us financially. And at that moment, we need money that can be, that cannot be censored. So I'm really concerned. The reason I'm saying this, I'm really concerned with centralized solutions, because centralized solutions can be used to target people. Like there are services that you can use with Bitcoin to make Bitcoin transactions way faster. Like I can use PayPal, for example, now. I can use PayPal, I transfer Bitcoin into PayPal, or I even buy it there, and then I can send you Bitcoin through PayPal. But what's the problem with that? And it'll get instantly to you. The problem is, or through Binance, the problem is that if at some point PayPal decides to ban me, then I cannot use it. So I would just go ahead and use fiat then, But the whole point of crypto, in my opinion, why I value crypto is because it provides a way for me to be my own bank, to not rely on other people's services to be able to make stuff happen, because I can be banned and censored. So when I look at currency projects, I think ultimately there will be one or two that will succeed. I think it'll be a long time till we figure which one is going to be. Like I'm talking about maybe 20 years, I don't know how much. But I'm putting my money, or I'm betting on on the ones that I think that are more decentralized, but at the same time that provide a better service as a payment and that have more possibilities in the long run. Something that I like also about DAOs is, I don't know if you know what a DAO is.
The DAO,
yeah. Decentralized autonomous organization. So DAOs was the first DAO. Now there's other projects that are doing it as well. But as time goes, I think it's 10% with DAS. 10% of the money that is generated of the DAS that are generated, it goes like a treasury, and that treasury, there is a voting system that all the master nodes, master nodes are people that own 1,000 DAS or more. All the master nodes vote, and based on these votes, people make proposals, and these proposals pass or don't pass. Like, I'm a developer, I want to develop something for the network, and I need to work 100 hours on it, for example. And I'm going to rate my hour at 1 dash each hour. I don't know. But then I'm going to make a proposal, and if it goes by, like if it passes, then the network will fund me to do it. And then I go ahead and do it, and then I get paid for it. So because of that, I think that ultimately in the long run, the currencies that have a system like this that incentivize people to work on the network and to improve it, I think those are the ones that are going to succeed or have a higher chance of succeeding rather than Bitcoin Cash, for example, or Bitcoin, or projects that do not have this incentive, because at some point people get bored of it and people's not going to be working on it for free. It's not going to be as motivated to work on it for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, I need to eat. And if I can do what I like and contribute to my community or contribute like to my project and make money out of it, I'm always going to prefer that rather than just doing it for free. You know?
Absolutely. So how many of your friends and family around you have actually started adopting cryptocurrency? Are you the only one on a boat by yourself, or are your friends and family in that same area too?
Yeah. So my family, some of them have started, none of them hardcore. They've watched some videos and stuff, and maybe follow some recommendations. And I have friends and family that are using it. I don't want to say their names just in case in the future, whatever the currency is ends up being super expensive and we're targeted by anyone or anything.
Right.
But but yeah, some of them are using it, and it works for them. But I don't think we're at a point in adoption where I can, just, there's some people doing it. If you want to check out on YouTube a guy called Joel Valenzuela, he lives out of crypto, and he's amazing. He pays all of his bills in crypto to figure a system to do it. But I don't think we're there yet. But it would be amazing.
Do you think that you're kind of, so I see you using it for a regular retail payment, which, I consider myself more of I'm in the kind of adopter, accumulation investor stage. Like I hold assets for next 10, 20 years, waiting to see what they're going to do. But everybody's not where you're at right now. I mean, you got creative and say, hey, I'm going to go actually start buying stuff with this. So are you on on the investor side, or are you on the adopter side, or someplace in between? Because I see you using it inside your lifestyle. So where do you sit at?
Yeah. So I am, this is my deal. I like to try out what I'm investing on. A lot of people just hear and watch a video about a coin, and I'm sure people that were watching this, they would be watching a video about a coin or about crypto in general, and they're going to be, oh, that project sounds really interesting. I wanna get some coins or something, and they will just leave them in Binance or Coinbase or whatever, and they will never use it, never try how it works. And so I'm kind of in the middle. I like to invest, and I don't have a lot of money in cryptocurrency. I don't have a lot. I'm studying a master's degree right now. I have to pay tuition, and I have 2 kids and stuff. I don't have money to invest. I don't have much money to do it. But the little money that I have to invest, I like to be able to see how it works. Now, the cool thing about Dash, and this is why I do both, is with Dash Direct, which is the app that allows me to go to retail stores and buy, I get discounts. And the discounts are pretty high. So I use Uphold to buy Dash, for example. So I buy the Dash, and I pay a 1% fee because I pay it with my credit card. That's how much Uphold, more or less how much they charge me. So I pay 1% to get it, and then I go ahead and spend it, but at stores, I get normally between 4 and 7%. So I am saving, just by using cryptocurrencies versus just using my credit card, I am saving 3 to 6%. If I add up if I add that up at the end of the year, that is some serious money.
Absolutely.
And I can keep those savings in crypto if I wanted to. So that would be a way so I can be using crypto and at the same time saving money in crypto. So in my opinion, yeah, I both use it and I use it to save money. So how I do it is, for example, I have a hardware wallet. Okay, the hardware wallet I view it as my bank, as my vault. Okay, I keep my coins there, but then I have a phone wallet, and I keep what I'm gonna spend this week on the phone wallet. And then I just, whenever I need money, I go to my bank, my vault, my hardware wallet. I take the money out of my hardware wallet and I send it to my phone wallet. And then I have money to spend there. And when I want to invest, I just send it directly. I buy it in the exchange and I send it to my hardware wallet. So that's how I do it.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I know I had a friend that was concerned about using the hardware wallet. I talked to her about it, and she said, "Well, I lose things all the time. What happens if I lose my hardware wallet?" So I explained to her about the recovery keys and your ability to restore your hardware
Yeah.
wallet into all your assets to a different hardware wallet if you were to lose it. But I think that's one of the concerns a lot of people have is being responsible for your own assets and not having anybody to call. There's no customer service and nobody to cry to if
Right.
you lose your private keys and stuff like that. So I think you have these yield gaining accounts. Like I use Nexo Bank, like kind of like BlockFi and Celsius and the other options out there to gain interest. And I also have my hardware wallet someplace around here that I also keep assets on. But yeah, definitely that's a good best practice. Is to keep the stuff on a hardware wallet and just transfer off what you actually plan on using.
Yeah, so that's the way I do it, and I mean it works for me. I think the whole thing about the ease of use and having someone that you can call if you have a problem and all that stuff, because I am so concerned about censorship myself. And the reason I'm concerned, I am a Christian, evangelical Christian, and I know that, and I've seen instances in the past in history where I can see that Christians have been targeted, and maybe it's not just Christians; it can be other group of people. This is not just about us, but you know, I am willing to make sacrifices and not have someone to call. I'm willing to learn how to do stuff myself to keep my own wealth, so I cannot be targeted by a bad government or leader or something like that, so I cannot be targeted and censored from spending my own money. So I will always prefer to learn how to do stuff on my own, so I don't have to rely on a centralized entity's help.
Absolutely. So what is your opinion on the central bank digital currencies that they're trying to come up with? You hear China is now, restricting folks from trading and trying to come up with their own central bank currencies, and then other folks are following suit. So what's your thoughts on that?
So I am legitimately concerned. I think they are looking at crypto and they are concerned themselves. I don't think they really understand where this is going. I mean, I'm talking about the elites, but they're realizing that okay, this is something that people can use to move wealth, to move value. When I say wealth, it's value, whether it's $1 or €1 or whether it's 100 million, without our consent. And up until this point, they have been used to be able to control everything. They have been used to be able uh, to even freeze your bank account if they needed to. They have been able to they like control. Even if they were not actively using it, they like the idea. I think the elites like the idea of having the ability to do it if they want.
Absolutely.
It's like I have power. I don't want to give it up. So as people are realizing a different way now with technology of transferring value, I I think they are concerned that they're going to lose their power, especially regarding central banks and governments like the Chinese government and all that stuff. So I think their strategy now is like, okay, we're not going to stop crypto, but let's try to make our own digital money so people will turn to our system that we control instead of turning to this decentralized system that we don't control. And I think they're blaming it on criminals. They're saying criminals
Yep.
now are using this, but in reality I think they're in some ways they're changing the definition of what a criminal is, because a lot of the times for the government, a criminal is someone that does something that they don't allow or that they don't want them to do. and obviously they don't want to lose power, financial power over people's finances. So if I am developing a system, a decentralized system that allows people to take care of their own finances on their eyes, I would be always a criminal on the elite's eyes because I'm taking power out of them and I'm doing something that they don't like. And that's what a criminal is for them. So, in my opinion, of course, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is hard truth or that I'm an expert, but in my opinion, this is very concerning, and we should stick to decentralized projects and coins instead of turning to whatever the government or the central banks want to issue. Because then we're going to run into the same kind of issues in the future.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think, there's a lot of concern right now about the government trying to regulate people out of the space, regulate minors out of the country. And absolutely, I would imagine that for so long, power has been centralized, wealth has been centralized. And now the concern is that some computer geek can be more wealthy than the elite because the global store of value might become something like Bitcoin. And this kid who was playing Dungeons and Dragons way back in the day, collecting all kinds of cryptocurrencies, now could be part of the 5%. That's a little bit concerning. So
Yeah.
but
It is.
yeah. Did you have that video? I want to pop it up on here if you can share it. I don't know if you have it on your computer, but I just want to.
Man, I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
And it's on Reddit. But
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. I pulled it up here. Let me see if I can airdrop it to my computer here.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. I just have it. Yeah. I literally just. And I know the video, the quality is not as good and stuff, but I just.
Yeah, it's good enough to illustrate.
I wanted to do something raw because a lot of times marketing people will make something a video or something that is very edited and stuff, and all I wanted to do is walk into the store and see what happens while I'm using it for the first time. So
yeah, when I saw the video, I was like, this is exactly what I was looking for. Adoption happened in real time. We're not talking about Tesla or Twitter.
Yeah.
We're talking about everyday people leveraging cryptocurrencies, in the real world. So I thought it was really interesting. I just sent myself a message here. I'm waiting for it to pop across my screen so I can pull in here and grab it.
I can send you the video if you want.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you could post a link here in the chat, then I can pull it up.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to find it really fast. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'll have to go to my profile on Reddit.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, and find the video. Okay, I found it. So that's good.
If you want, you can share your screen and you can play it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that, and that way I can explain what's going on as well with it. But I won't be able to hear it because of my headphones. But I'll share it.
It's fine. Yeah,
you know what I say. So
yeah, you can do a narration. We can do figurative dancing if we need to. We can figure this thing out.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
And I'm gonna share the audio as well of my screen too. I don't know if I can. You'll have to let me know if you can hear the audio.
Okay, here we go. I see your screen now.
Okay. Can you hear the audio?
Nothing yet.
Yeah, it should be there. It should be because the audio is enabled. I'm gonna try to do something. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna send you the link and that way you can do it. I'm sorry, and we'll get it working. So that's my profile link. If you scroll down, it's a fourth thing in there.
All right. Did you post it here inside the chat? Oh, you posted it in hold on a second.
Oh yeah, I sent it to you on Reddit.
Okay.
But I'll post it in the chat.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
No problem. Good things are worth waiting for. All right, here we go.
Right.
So here we go. I got the video playing here. Let me see if I can. Let me share this screen.
Yeah, I'm using Bluetooth headphones, and sometimes when I'm on a call, I cannot hear the other stuff that's going on in the computer for some reason. There you go. I see your screen
All right,
now.
perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video.
You'll have to enable sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
There
right,
we
so
go. Perfect.
okay, let me back it up here.
Tank in here. Yeah. So do I have to? Yeah, I want to exchange it for a full one. Yeah. And I'll be paying with a gift card. What?
We had a little technical difficulties on this problem, so I'm gonna do some voiceover on this piece for you. So we were taking a look at this video online, him paying with Dash Direct. As you can see, he opens up his app Dash Direct and he types in the place where he's currently at. He gets an option to select Lowe's and it opens up and shows him make sure he's in the actual right geographic location. So he selects Pay with Dash and puts in the amount of his purchase, which is $17.99. So after he puts it in, he actually gets a discount for paying with Dash. So you can see that right under the price, which is $17.31. So he gets an option to convert his Dash over to Lowe's gift card, and it shows him what his conversion balance looks like, which he's paying 0.107. So it does a really quick exchange of his Dash to a gift card, and it spits out the gift card on the back end. He gets a barcode, and that's all he needs to scan and pay for his purchase. So the lady behind the cash register didn't know how to utilize gift cards in general. So once she got some help, figure out how to use it, he was able to pay with his gift card. So he didn't have to explain to her all the complexities of cryptocurrency because she probably would have said that they don't accept it. And he was able to make a payment right there. And this Dash Direct app is available to convert Dash to cryptocurrencies and probably thousands of retail locations. So it was a great example of how adoption is going on, and it was a pretty interesting discussion. So yeah, after this, audio comes back in after this video is over. So sorry for the interruption, but let's get back to the show.
An email.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome, man. You know, like, and I wanted to show folks that because when people think about like crypto, like they think it lives inside this. They call it fake money or internet money, and you know, to see it real time, that there are adapters out there that are, you know, like you said, there's some people that's living full crypto lives. Like, you know, they're doing everything on their, you know, digital identity. They're paying for things. They're, you know, they're interacting in multiple ways on the blockchain, you know, excluding the businesses that are using smart contracts, which is obviously, you know, it's an obvious use case. But the question is, you know, what value can decentralization and cryptocurrency really bring to the average person? And I think that's a perfect example of how people are using it.
Yeah, and it's just like in here, I have the app, my phone. I just enter. It loads up. I choose my store in here, and let's say I can even filter by nearby stores. For example, AutoZone, Domino's Pizza. AutoZone is a place where I buy stuff for my car, like oil, and Domino's Pizza. So if I choose Domino's Pizza in here, I just click it. It shows me in the map where it's at. I can even click here, and it'll take me to Maps, and Maps will take me to the store. And then I just come back here, and I have instruction how to use this gift card in the store. So the capture that you're paying with a digital gift card, and online, you know, when paying for your purchase, select digital gift card, and then I just hit here, pay with Dash. I put the amount. Let's say I pay, you know, I spend $20 in pizza, but I, you know, with taxes and stuff, it ends up being within the U.S. Sometimes that's tricky. It ends up being $20.71. So I just type $20.71 there, and then I click on next. And for Domino's Pizza, because it's a restaurant, I can even select a tip in here. So if I select 10%, 15%, it'll add that tip to the amount, and then that way I can type the driver or the you know, whoever's at the restaurant. So if I select 20%, I can even select the custom rate. But in this case, my purchase would be $24.44. I would be paying with crypto, but I would be paying Dash worth $23 and $22. So I would be saving $1.20.
Awesome.
And 22 cents actually. So 5%. That's on Domino's Pizza. So I mean, it is truly amazing, in my opinion. And I think in the future people will be using this kind of technology way more than they're using it now. Awesome. And I want to get on it early, you know.
Yeah. well, Pedro, I appreciate you taking the time to come on and talk to us. And you know, you're definitely going to be one of those pioneers inside of the crypto history book. about the you're going to be up there with the pizza guy, you know, about the guy who you're going to be the Lowe's guy. So, you know, I appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to us. And if you could support what we're doing here at the Crypto Playground, what we're trying to do is educate people on cryptocurrency. We're working on building out a platform where people can learn about crypto in a simulated environment where they can walk through the steps, do the things, utilize applications that you presented to us, like in a simulated environment, so that they can get comfortable and learn how to do things in a secure, you know, way that they're confident as they transition over to the regular space. So our website is www.thecryptoplayground.com. So for folks that's listening, go check it out. Dash Direct, you know, app recommended by Pedro. Go check it out. And we appreciate you taking the time to come talk to us.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, and support the project. This is amazing.
All right. This is Magic Mike.